Thank you all so much for having me out today. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be with you all. I'm going to give you just a little bit of my background first. So I came to Knoxville in 1997 to go to school. I'm a graduate of Johnson Bible College in South Knoxville, now Johnson University. Got my undergraduate degree in youth ministry and Christian education, and my wife also graduated from there. We're high school sweethearts. We dated 1 year of high school, met each other in a camp, and dated all 4 years of college, got married right after we graduated college. And my wife has a master's in education. She taught her first 6 years at Christian Academy of Knoxville, but since that time has been teaching off and on in Knox County schools. So we have 3 adopted kids. 2 are adopted locally here from Knoxville. I have 1 son that's adopted from Ethiopia. We've had him since he was 6 months old. And all my kids have gone to Knox County schools up through the 8th grade. My oldest son has a sensory processing disorder and is now going into a special school for that only has 12 students, but my other 2 kids are still in Knox County schools. I have 1 son in Beaumont, and then my daughter is at Carnes Middle School. And then 12 years ago, my wife and I started the Restoration House. Some of you all may have heard of that. The Restoration House walks alongside low-income single mothers and their children. And my wife and I were both raised by single moms. My mom was married and divorced 6 times. I'm a first-generation college graduate. My sisters did not follow my path. They both got pregnant at 14 and 15 and have really struggled throughout their life. So I know the value of an education. And after 12 years of helping run Restoration House, and we developed this neighborhood off Robinson Road in District 3, that's a beautiful place, and my family and I live there. My job is really not my job, it's my life. It's everything that I do. And after 12 years, my wife and I took a sabbatical last year. Our board of directors gave us the blessing to say, hey, take 2 months and just go away and kind of refresh. So we left town for 2 full months. Came back really thinking 2 things. Feeling like there's absolute need for rhythm in our lives. I'm sure some of you all have been out of rhythm before. And then the other thing that I came back believing is that it was time for me to take some of my energy and move from focusing on individual families, which is what we've been doing, and we've been helping to change the life of individual family after individual family, and focus my energy on helping shift the system that impacts all of our families, which, as we all know, education impacts every family with children. And so that's why I'm running. It has nothing to do with the incumbent who I'm running against. It's really about me refocusing my time and energy to help us move to a systems level. Because we all know we can impact one family at a time, but when we impact systems, everything gets better for everyone, right? And so for me, my priorities on the school board will be, I want leadership that values every voice. I really don't think the school board is a place to be political. Because at the end of the day, we need to be fighting for every kid, no matter what. Also want to make sure that our parents are seen as partners in education. I don't know about you all, but my kids have very different educational needs. And I've got to be able to speak into the school system to help get those needs met. Also want to make sure that our teachers are equipped with everything that they need. The reality is we expect so much of our teachers, way more than just teaching. And the reality, we need to be able to equip them. We need to be able to pay them well. We need to be able to help them with their own mental health. I think that's really important. We're putting our teachers under a lot of stress, and we need to be able to feed back into them through personal and professional development. And also, too, we need to do whatever we can working with our state to increase funding. We lose about $70 million a year right now in Knox County schools because of the BEP calculation. And we also are continuing to force teachers to teach to a test. And yes, testing is important, but it's not the end all, and we need to meet our kids where they are. The other thing that I value is I want to help close the achievement gap. Right now, across Knox County, only 39% of our kids are reading on grade reading level by the 3rd grade, which we know there's indicator after indicator after indicator that says that's a really important threshold. And I also want to make sure that we're making wise financial decisions. I don't know if you all know this, but our Knox County School Board budget is a little more than $500 million. It's almost half of our entire Knox County budget. And so we need wise stewardship there, and stewardship that's really going to leverage those dollars towards the mission of our schools, which is focused around excellence for every student. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm for. I'm for every single student. Every single student needs an opportunity to succeed. And that's why I'm running. So the school board race is a little bit different because it is nonpartisan. It will be decided March 3rd. And so it's really important to get out there and vote for your school board representatives because it'll all come to the end at that point. The interesting thing is, since it does get decided, I have no idea how well I'm doing. Hopefully I'm doing well, but we'll find out on Tuesday. So thank you so much.